Zachariah, the great hero of his brothers, has returned triumphant. Amazing, against all odds, against a city. Bravo! But I don't see anyone resembling the great master. Is he...
Dead. He sacrificed himself so we could get out.
Oh, so sad. Truly. Well, please tell your colleagues, your brothers, they are welcomed here. Let them rest and regain their strength. I can only imagine what the ASC put them through, and without their great master they must feel lost. On top of it all, feel the void for a leader among them. No?
What are you getting at?
Just simply that, as their hero, it might be in their best interest for you to fill that void. I don't purport to understand how these things work among your kind, through a vote or drinking game, but you've earned it. They need you to pull them back together after what they've been through. And to have a unified group of Technomancers among us to serve would be valuable beyond imagination. Think about it.
I'll think about it. But now's not the time. We need to mourn the fallen.
Hey, there you are. Your meeting go well.
As well as hoped. Thanks.
Then let's get down to business. You know who I am, you know my past, you know what little I have left. What are you gonna do about it now is the question. You gonna use what you can against me, or let me carry on with the small life I've managed to build?
What happened that day?
I had a surge. A big one. One even the Masters never saw coming, literally. Before they even knew what was happening, I electrified everyone and everything around me. It screamed like thunder from my body, before the ceiling itself finally collapsed in on me. I woke up in the infirmary without an arm, surrounded by all those powerful Masters who stood there shaken, whispering, their eyes still filled with fear. Then everything went dark again, and I woke up in a sand sail.
Why aren't you with your family?
Right, my family. They were small-time merchants. I'm sure real proud their son was gifted with technomancy and was joining the school. They were also scared as shit of me for the same reason. We're all scared of what we don't understand. It's why so many fear us both. Not that I'm sure any of the Masters even asked them to take me back. It was more important to them that I disappear for good, to hide what happened, keep the illusion of their infallibility intact. Also, to hide the fact they had people among them who had the power to take down entire buildings. No, I had to go. In some ways, they even did me a favor.
And you never tried to reconnect with them? Even after you got free?
No, I looked for him. Even tracked down my father, who was just this old man. Didn't even recognize me. And if he did, he'd probably just hate me for what I've become. A crippled outcast, not something you'd put your pride in. So I let it lie, just walked away.
What about your gift? I thought people died if they didn't use their fluid.
It's a myth. There are rogue technomancers out there. Not a lot, but a few. They know how to control their fluid surges. Probably the only thing that piece of shit Marcelo could take credit for. He introduced me to one of those guys, and after that, I learned to control it the hard way. The irony, no? I'll never be a technomancer now, but I control the fluid better than any of Abundance's masters. Not for power, just to make sure my own brain doesn't fry.
What have you been up to since you left?
What have I done? Well, after spending 10 years of my life as a slave trying to pay that piece of shit Marcelo back for what he called my debts, traveled in his luggage hold, did his dirty jobs, whatever he needed to get his business going. Carried crates, drove sand sales, shoveled sand, ran errands, but mostly just picked his customers' pockets. My I traveled a lot, though, if I'm going to find any silver lining in it, and I've earned my damn place here in Noctis. Even if the price of that has been rarely sleeping in a real bed or reading a book that wasn't about accounting.
I want to help you. What can I do?
Some things can't be healed, Rogue. Like that scar across your face. I'm guessing you got it the day I lost everything. And was reduced to a sad, broken, armless shadow of what I might have been.
Some things can't be healed, but most can be mended, friend. Let me ask around. It might be a long shot, but maybe you'll find a new reason to call yourself lucky again. We'll find someone who can lead you back to your gifts. I promise.
I may be bitter, but I'm no less grateful. Thank you, Zachariah. A little show of kindness goes a long way.
Zachariah, you look good. Better than I. As if that was hard to accomplish.
What do you think about Andrew? He comes from Ophir like you, and he could have become a Technomancer, but he had an accident.
I remember, yes. You know that I was the one who had spotted his abilities and had taken him to school, as I did for you? I thought that he was dead. That's what I was told, that he was dead. I shouldn't have listened to them. He looks perfectly alive now.
Yes, but he lost an arm during the accident, and he can't use Technomancy anymore.
How so? That's ridiculous. Technomancy has nothing to do with arms. It is all in the head. You just have to... let me think. Yes, I think that with... yes, that's it. With a full Technomancer kit, I would have the parts needed to create a bypass on a classic prosthesis. I would need my notes to do that.
Your notes?
I studied Technomancy as well. Anyway, from a scientific standpoint, obviously. I've never thrown lightning bolts, and I can't do it physically. Moreover, those kits wouldn't suit me, I'm sure.
Scott, you studied Technomancy?
Yes, and I had conducted in-depth research on the way in which your neural network expressed its static charge throughout your equipment. But all this is old. I can't remember it all, and I left my notes in Ophir. I won't have any trouble helping that boy if you bring me my notes and the equipment. You wanted something else?
No. Thank you, Scott. I'm gonna try to bring all that back.
What do you think?
I didn't really get a good look, but I noticed they seem a bit lost here. Are you sure they're Technomancers?
Absolutely. My cousin works for the Prince, and he swears by it. 100% real abundance Technomancers. I must confess, I thought they'd be more intimidating, and a tad bigger, too.
Prince did well. They're excellent recruits. Could you imagine if they swore allegiance to Noctis? We could finally openly defy the corporations.
I was told you might have spare parts for a rover. I'm looking for a thermic regulator.
Oh, yes, I got one of those. Hard to find, very hard, very rare. Hard to come by. What would you give me in return?
What do you want for it?
Well, I see two possible trades. I'd love to get my hands on some of that focus drug. I know it's not meant for us, but it gives me a nice buzz. Otherwise, you're a Technomancer, aren't you?
Yeah.
Good. Well, I like to poke around the whole place. Just the other day, I found a Technomancer glove, but I can't seem to make it work. Like most all the Technomancer stuff I find. Well, I can repair most things, but this, I don't understand how it works, or even what it's supposed to do. But I'm sure you do. So repair it. In front of me. You fix, I watch. You teach, I learn. So in the future, I can do the fixing myself. Got it? You do this. I'll not only give you your thermic regulator, but let you walk away with the glove, too.
All right, I'll show you. Watch close. There you go. Not exactly like new, but it works.
That's fantastic. You know how much Technomancer gear I have in inventory that I can fix now? Oh, you're a good man. Here, keep the glove and take your rover part. I don't need it anyway. Take care.
See you around.
Hi, Zach. How are you?
Hello, Amelia. I'm fine, thanks.
What's good, Zachariah? Got my parts yet?
As promised, rotor, stator, and thermic regulator.
Damn. Nice work. Keep up like that and you might start growing on me again. We're gonna get my baby back on the road! Great. Now that I've got everything, I can actually start on the repairs. But it's gonna take a day, at least. And once I start, I'm gonna be neck deep in it, so if you need me for anything else, I ain't gonna be available.
Works for me. Sure you'll be able to get it working again, soon enough.
Damn straight. Even if you lost your legs, I could get you going again. Now get out and let me work.